Greetings, it is I, Susie Q. How's it showing up for you in your field today? What's lighting you up, turning on, and illuminating the miracles in your beautiful, beautiful breath of life? All right, so we have a subject, and it is kind of long. It says, Joy in the midst of powerful, positive, and peaceful energies. And so this is kind of this beautiful band of energies that are so amazing and so wonderful. And so on July 20th of this year, I'll be doing a lecture with a friend of mine, Russ Johns, and I'm super excited to talk about this beautiful energy and the sense of joy and all this power and peace and positivity, because it's like everybody's like, well, I got other stuff going on, right? But this is a really great moment in time. And I think, the time it's eternal, right? I call it the Iman energy, the eternal moment of now. So, whatever is going on in your field or in your outer field, right, you can still maintain and really feel into the energies that are best supporting you, as you always do. You're always doing that anyway. And so, a lot of it is really about just that feeling of, being aware of experiences and kind of maybe feeling a little bit of a sense of neutrality about some things that might be showing up, So it's really interesting when we have these kind of like pop quizzes or these times where we can just like, just kind of, just pivot a little bit or pivot over there, pivot over here. And then we find that when we start, really kind of engaging with life and with the nature and with the things that are showing up around us, is that everything is okay. It's all it's all gonna be all right. It's all gonna be all right. Yeah. So that's what's really happening, is even if we're in a space where things are kind of like going, whoa, whoa, people, you're still completely in your body and you're still feeling okay, right? Or you may be thriving with the energies that are moving about so beautifully, right? And so, even with this lecture that I'll be doing on July 20th up in Sun City, it's going to be a really neat conversation. It'll be about a 2 hour lecture. And I love doing it with somebody else. I love having a co-host or a co-friend or just a best friend, to be in that space of possibility, with joy and peacefulness and positivity. And what was the other one? And power, right? Right. So that's what's going to be happening. So with all of that, so once we start kind of like thinking about a theme that will be, we'll be doing that in probably 2 weeks, is we start already kind of bringing in those energies of that sense of joy and power and that presence and positivity and all these other factors here, is that we're already kind of swimming in that beautiful breath of life. And so, so sometimes they're like, well, I don't have anything going on, right? I'm like, I'm so busy. I don't know. I don't know about you people, but I am so freaking busy. I do all kinds of different things all at the same time. And then I get super messed up because I'm like, okay, what field am I playing in right now? But when we start looking at things that are maybe a little bit in the future, we always say kind of like that energy precedes thought. So the moment that we conceive of a thought, the energy has already pronounced it. So energy precedes thought in my own way of looking at things. And that's how I process, especially if I'm having an event that's going to be kind of cool or groovy. It's going to be really neat when when I go to the space, I've already done everything I need to do. There's nothing else that I need to do. Just simply be in a state of freedom, right? It's kind of like freedom. Hey, baby, it's free. It's free, free, free. And so when we look at that sense of freedom and that sense of joy and that sense of peacefulness and positivity and power, soon as we go into that space with the lecture, oh, it's already set up for us. The energy has already set up for us. So this is what might be kind of interesting for you, to encourage you. Let's just say, you're not doing lectures or you're just kind of chilling out, baby. So you can just kind of start imagining something that's a little bit ahead of you, right? And then you can just start kind of imagining, right? what might be happening and how you might feel, how fun it is. I love lecturing because it's so spontaneous. And, I never know what Susie's going to say. I'm Susie, but I don't ever know exactly what Susie will actually do when she's channeling or doing the Kyochichti, the Akashic Records, or any of these lectures. So it's pretty fun. But if there's something that you're thinking about doing or creating in your field, right? May not be a lecture, maybe something different. But what if you could just imagine that maybe it's going to be a week or a month or 6 months from now, and then you just start kind of imagining like how easy it will be, how amazing, and how awesome it will be once that date arrives. So that date has already arrived in my consciousness. So that date that we're having it this month, it's already arrived for me. So it's super fun. But I think for a lot of people right now that, maybe they've been kind of being more home based, or doing remote work and things of that nature, but we can still kind of create some opportunities to be in groups and to be in a spirit with one another, right? And that's really, really powerful. So this is some of the energies that I work with. I call them, sometimes they're shifting energies or powerful energies or just pure energy, pure light energy, right? And that's really fun. So if there's something that you're pressing on and maybe seeking to, I don't know, kind of lean into and realign or harmonize a few things in your field, then you might just start imagining what it might be like if you've got something that's coming up for you. Or maybe you're like, I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing. All right, so you ain't got nothing. Why don't you make something up? Why don't you create something? When I was a younger mom, I'm like this Mimi. Now I'm a grandma. But when I was a younger mom, I would have people come over for coffee. I would have all the coffee fixings, and then I'd have some of the neighbors come in. I didn't care who they were, right? And then we would just talk or chat, and they'd bring maybe muffins or something. I don't want to do muffins now, right? Because those days are over for me. But yeah, I mean, you can create something. What can you create that might bring more sense of community and socialization and laughter and some fun and some goodness? I mean, how easy could that be, right? And even if you have a couple people that come over, I have a girlfriend that comes in every once in a while, and we're just yakking and laughing and God, just like big time. Like when I laugh, it's super serious. It's a super serious laugh. But these are some things that I think that are really beneficial right now, because, it's just been kind of whack-a-doodle, wacky, 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 right? And so we can take that wacky energy and bring it into peace and positivity, and into that sense of just being and that sense of joy. And so I think that within community, we feel more joyous. That's kind of how I feel. It feels like I'm more joyous when I'm in community with other people. So I think that's it for today. So today, what we're really talking about is joy in the midst of powerful, positive, and peaceful energies. And so when you think about these words, joy, some people call me a joyologist. I was always like a joyologist person, right? Even when I was doing yoga and the yoga therapy stuff and all that, it was kind of super fun and groovy. But when we move into the peaceful, the powerful, and the positive energies, it just kind of starts like kind of waking up little centers in our beautiful divinity and just saying, yeah, 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 more of that, more of that, more of that. And then the more that you do, the power and the positivity and the peacefulness, right? And all that joy, all of a sudden you kind of feel like you're floating up a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and bringing those frequencies in that best support your beautiful, beautiful divinity. And each one of us sovereign beings, each one of us is sovereign. Each one of us is in that space of divinity, So I think that's it for today. This was a kind of a quickie, quickie little video. Anyway, so I just really send a lot of love and lots of light and lots of groovy stuff and just really focus if you can on joy. And even if it's like, a joy of a joke or something, or something that like right now it kind of feels kind of goofy, because whenever I get on these videos, I get like super smiley face, right? But then you just start noticing what you're noticing, and then kind of lean into that sense of joy, or sense of power, that sense of presence, or the sense of positivity or peacefulness. Just lean into that, baby. Just kind of lean right on in. And then when you do that, you just feel a little bit lighter. So, sending you so much love, so much joy, so much peace, and namaste.